Hi, my name's Leo, and today I'm going to talk about The Dance of the Night by Prokofiev Sergei. A little bit of background on Mr. Prokofiev. He was a Russian composer known for his innovative and dramatic music. His famous works were Romeo and Juliet, Peter and the Wolf, and War Sonatas. About his patrons and commission. Romeo and Juliet was commissioned by the Hero Ballet in 1934, initially intended for a performance in Leningrad, which is now St. Petersburg. Why was it written? Prokofiev adapted Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet into a ballet to bring the story to life through music and dance. Originally planned to have a happy ending to suit Soviet tastes, but the original tragic ending was restored after initial resistance. Premiere Ensemble. The full ballet premiered in 1938 by the Brno Theater in Czechoslovakia. Dance of the Night became a standout due to its dramatic portrayal of the feuding Montagues and Capulets. Next slide. History and culture. A little bit about the period. It was during the 20th century, which is the modern era. Some characteristics about this period were the experimentation with harmony, rhythm, and structure, emphasis on dramatic storytelling and emotional depth, fusion of traditional and modern techniques, and Prokofiev's music blends with traditional Russian styles with modern innovation, making him a leader in modern era. A little bit about the historical context of the 1930s. The 1930s were marked by global turmoil. The Great Depression affected economies worldwide. The rise of authoritarian regimes like Stalin in the Soviet Union, Hitler in Germany, and others. Soviet Union's artistic policy pressured composer like Prokofiev to create accessible and patriotic work. Despite challenges, Prokofiev maintained his unique video, balancing state expectations with personal creativity. Other famous works of the time were Symphony of Psalms by Igor Stravinsky, Symphony No. 5, Dmitri Skotovoysky, and Carmina Burana, by Karl Orff. Some unique attributes. First off, the performance style. Must be performed with precision and power to capture the commanding dramatic tone. Next, march-like rhythm. Emphasizes a march-like rhythm to portray the tension between the Montagues and the Capulets. Then, it requires a skilled conductor to balance dynamics and timing for maximum impact. About the instrumentation. There's a full orchestra required, including strings like violin, violas, cellos, and double basses, the brass, including trumpets, trombones, and French horns, woodwinds, including the flute, oboes, clarinets, and bassoons, percussion like the timpani, bass drum, cymbals. No vocal performers are needed since it's an orchestra piece. Story connection. Part of the ballet Romeo and Juliet by Sergei Prokofiev. It's part of the ballet of Romeo and Juliet by Sergei Prokofiev. Dance of the Night occurs during the Capulet Ball. Represents the conflict and rivalry between the Montagues and the Capulet family, the two families in the story of Romeo and Juliet. It serves as a prelude to Juliet's first meeting with Romeo. The music conveys a sense of power, pride, and foreboding, setting the stage for the tragic love story. Next, we're gonna listen to some of a part of the song of The Dance of the Night. Okay, so now the music elements. First, we're going to talk about the form. The piece follows a ternary form, ABA. A section. ABA means there's an A section, B section, and it returns to the A section. The A section. It's a powerful, march-like theme representing the pride and conflict of the Capulet family. The B section, a contrasting, softer melody that adds a sense of elegance and mystery. For the return of the A section, the dramatic march returns, emphasizing the tension. Now, let's talk about the texture. It's thick and layered. It's a thick and layered texture. The orchestration alternates between bold, unified passages and more delicate, contrasting sections. The internal play between strings and brass creates a sense of dialogue and drama. Now let's talk about the timbres, tone colors. The strings provide the sweeping dramatic melody. The brass adds a bold and majestic sound, giving the piece its commanding tone. The percussions enhance the driving rhythm and intensity. The woodwinds offer a softer, contrasting color during the B section. Now for the rhythmic elements. March-like rhythm. There's a march-like rhythm in the A section, steady and deliberate, symbolizing power and control. Contrasting lyrical flow in the B section creates emotional depth. Use of syncopation and dynamic shift adds energy and drama. Finally, what are we listening for? That's a good question. The contrast between the powerful and delicate sections. The way that instruments create emotional tension and grandeur. The intensity of the march rhythm, which reflects the Capulet's authority and the foreboding atmosphere. To finalize this presentation, why is this important? Well, this is important because it showcases Prokofiev's ability to combine drama, storytelling, and musical innovation. It also represents the emotional and narrative depth of the Romeo and Juliet ballet, and is a perfect example of a 20th century orchestral mastery. My citations, thank you.